Today we are installing, well, not today because we've already installed it, but you will be seeing us putting in the AIRTEC Intercooler into this Land Rover Discovery 2. I'm going to be doing it with the help of Marv Moto, who is behind the camera, and Curtis, who hasn't yet set up his YouTube channel, but I'm sure I will drop a link when he does. So we'll get straight to it, get straight to the installation, and catch you on the flip. That's solid as well. You can't really squash the pins. Yeah, that's this side. Right.
Captives.
Yeah.
And captives are nice.
But these have
Look
got
nicer.
adjustment in them. So if you need to move, yeah. I'm just thinking like these are going to be a fucking nightmare to fit. On the driver's side, this is like where this sits in the car, like that. The battery tray's like that. So although we could get to this bolt, this is quite tight. So with a captive nut it's fine, but obviously on a bracket that needs a nut on the other end, getting the bolt or the nut down that little hole is going to be a bit of a twat.
I'm still not certain about that.
What's that?
That bush fitment. There's a little bit too much play there. Like, say that's snugged up.
But then, the intercooler got to go in there as well.
Any rattle there. Like, that almost fits nice and snuggish. But surely the bushing is to go between the rad and the car to give some bushing. And if you just hard mount it, the bushes may as well not be there because you've hard mounted it. It's like a puzzle and there's no picture on the front of the box. Request a fitting instructions manual for the supplied bushes. There's just a bit too much free play for any concoction of whatever setup it is. The bushes don't actually pinch tight because of the
collar.
Oh.
I said a thing.
You put the words right in my mouth. If that was mounted like that,
Yeah.
you've got stability left and right, but you've got some dampening up and down, and then that would hard mount to there. But because of that bit of free play, that is it's like the bushes aren't big enough. The bushes ain't going to do their job there because it's rattle.
Yeah.
Whereas if that collar was shorter and the bushes actually grabbed snug, you'd have all your lateral support that you needed with bushing, if that's the right word, or cushioning up and downwards.
Cushioning.
Whether the collar's too long, or the bushes are too short, or we've done something totally fucking wrong.
Bearing in mind this came with no fitting instructions.
We're either totally missing something or...
The instructions.
Yeah.
Oh, us.
Yeah.
Land Rover, and we are Discovery Intercooler. Wow,
Oh,
that's
it's the
a
same
really
useless street that mate you had.
extensive. Right, so remove your standard intercooler, place the new AIRTEC intercooler into radiator mounting location and bolt to radiator with supplied M8 dome head bolts. Is that assuming that bolts into the radiator, which is here? Which we can't do that either because the holes do not line up. Please note pictures from our prototype kit fitted. So that intercooler has a slightly different bracket.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, pressing on. Secure the intercooler to the body using supplied polyethylene bushes and tighten using supplied M8 nut and bolts. Right, there you go.
Oh, okay.
So it's bolt, bush and collar,
Yeah, it's exactly the same, but that's still the collar's too long situation.
and then bracket then another bush. But
If you
yeah.
look at that though, the collar is designed for the original ones. It doesn't
So
protrude
let's
from
use.
the bottom.
So we'll use the originals then.
So there you go, AIRTEC. Sort your shit out. If you're going to provide brackets,
State that they're
give
not
them
full.
the same girth.
But in AIRTEC's defence, they haven't said that we need these brackets.
Ah,
There's nothing in here that says we need those brackets
What will they give them to you then?
in case you break one. I wanted to use them because they look fancy, because they're nice and new. But
I mean, just pack some washers in or cut the collar down.
yeah.
Cut the collar down.
No, we'll use these because
Nah.
they'll be a lot easier to fit.
Oh, they've got the captive nuts.
I'm going on. This is going to be easier. So, yeah.
So,
So
the
it's
instruction guide for the AIRTEC rad is throw away the brackets that are supplied.
Yeah. Don't need the brackets. You just need that, and then that goes on like that, and then that goes on that way. Yeah.
No, it's not. You
No,
good?
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
you good?
So that'd be like that, like that. My collar is still a bit long.
Is it? Especially if the bushes give, you want the collar to be
Unless you tighten it up.
a few mil short.
Yeah, so we need to trim the bush, we need to trim the collars.
We're
Gotta put
rolling.
them
So
out.
we don't have the instructions, but having checked the instructions, we're looking at the kit provided. Problem we've got is when you assemble the bushes and the collars,
Be it the original collar, the original brackets, or the brackets they supply.
the collar's too long. So by the time you clamp down on that, you've got loose free play. Whether we're doing something wrong or not, don't know. But the solution we've got, going to make the collar shorter so the bushes do their job and pinch things together. You want it to have a bit of squish, so you're literally just going to cut off that much, a tape width for what you've got there.
So why are you choosing to use the original brackets?
Because they are slightly thicker than these, and fitting them to the Land Rover, they have a captive nut on the back. Sorry, they have a captive nut on the back.
So that's one less nut and bolt to hold.
Yeah, basically. So because they have a captive nut on the back, we can then just offer them up and bolt them down rather than trying to get a spanner. More so on the driver's side, there's not really much room. Right.
Okay.
My job.
No, it's mine. Just giving it to you.
During the angle
Present.
grinder.
I need the angle grinder, which has already got the grinder on it. No?
Are you going to grind it down?
I'm just gonna fucking just quickly take it
Savage.
off.
Savage.
I need some garters.
Isn't it?
Oh, safety first.
Yeah, the internet will shit the bed if you don't do that, won't they?
Safety first, guys. We need goggles.
Yeah.
I can't even get them on my face. There we go.
And a fresh battery.
Ah.
Have we got one? I like the fireworks. We should now be there, see? Now we can get that nut under there, and that will then hold that together and cushion it.
Right, okay.
Nice. So now it'll actually provide some support and bushiness without being rattly and loose.
Yeah. Yeah, because you'll be driving down the road and be going, what the fuck's that fucking noise?
Yeah, the whole rat jumping up and down a little bit. So the lesson be learned, don't get too hung up instructions, because you're better off not having instructions and using some common sense.
Yeah.
We say that now,
And
let's see if
AIRTEC.
it doesn't fall out.
Yeah.
And AIRTEC, little bit of advice, you need to take about 6-7 mil off of your collars to make them fit better. Maybe tap that in a little bit more.
Yeah, but it's your bolt holes at the top still going to line up. Not that you're going to get a bolt through
You're
it
only
anyway,
going to
but
fucking bolt in there anyway, but yeah,
this
it
is
can
just
come down a
bandage
little
or thin
bit.
plastic or cable tie. You like that, but they are always like that.
So we've straightened it up. but the holes do not like this little hole. They do not line up. It's a really snug fit though, so I can't imagine it's going to go anywhere. This is not an OEM genuine part, no. This is an aftermarket. I don't know which one this is. Is this brick part?
It's from China.
Whether that's a thing or not,
yeah,
God knows.
Maybe a genuine rad might work a little bit better with it, but.
So this is shit you got to deal with in the real world. Haven't got a nice fancy garage, so now we've got to fit it all in the rain.
But if I get enough subscribers and I can start getting paid off YouTube, we can get a unit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sign up.
I don't think we've given up on a tour of the garage. What have we done so far on AIRTEC?
So because these holes don't line up, we're just going with cable ties.
Which probably wouldn't be good enough, but it's pretty freaking solid, so
yeah,
there's peace of mind.
Just to stop the rattle, but yeah, we're gonna go.
All right.
Do you want to mount the vehicle and I'll pass it to you?
I want to mount the vehicle. I will. Ooh, no. Well, do you reckon just lean in?
Yeah.
I'll mount the vehicle. I'm trying to think of the best way to mount the vehicle now.
The final piece of the head gasket rebuild.
Have you got these two pipes? These actually been hollowed out?
No.
No. So.
Why do they need to be hollowed out? Do they?
Some trucks have them, some don't. It's a 10p, 15p difference. I can't remember Alex telling me that either you buy different rads or all rads come the same, but one of these will probably be plugged.
Oh right.
Either the 10p or the 15p only uses one of these,
Yes,
so one of these.
Two.
Yours just used two, yeah.
So if,
Because I noticed actually, yeah, good point. Because I noticed that the other day. Because I said, "Why have you got two? I've only got one of them."
yeah. So
And
one
mine's
of
a
those
15.
is probably not open.
Ah.
Bottom in it. Both of them.
Hey.
So you can go and buy a rad and put your pipes on, but you ain't going to get no coolant flow.
Right, so we need to drill one.
Fucking hell,
Might
mate.
need to be drilled out.
That's
Right, now we're going to fill it up.
good job we caught that one.
Oh, that one does.
Does it?
Yeah, that one does. But not by a lot. I don't know if you're going to get that on the camera, but there is a like pinprick hole in the bottom of that one, but that one's definitely solid.
Well,
So if you want water flowing through them, drill them out.
Mm.
let's drill
It's a
them
bit
out.
caveman, I suppose you're supposed to drill them out, don't really know. Drill them out!
Yeah.
What's the worst it could happen?
Yeah.
Hence why we are drilling it upside down.
Ooh,
Whoa.
here comes the joys of working outdoors.
Yeah, we powered this shit up.
Thunderstorm.
And a rainbow. Check the rainbow.
Got it.
Oh, don't scratch that nice black in the
I just
No.
No!
Oh.
It's alright, it's fine. Well, pipes are on.
Yeah?
We'll Jubilee them at the bottom because they need to twist.
I need to come to you a little bit.
The first drive since doing the head, replacing the head after it blew up. I haven't filmed because I hadn't set up my long form YouTube channel by then, but you can go to my shorts and you can see the process there. And whilst we were there, we realised that the radiator and the intercooler were pretty naffed as well, which then went on to AIRTEC helping us out, and which is why we fitted an AIRTEC intercooler in the first place. She's driving absolutely sweet as a nut. Starts on the button. She's got a bit of lag down low, but that would be the case with the standard, obviously, ECU, and you know, she needs a remap to yeah, fuck that. Big thank you to AIRTEC for supplying the intercooler and the lack of instructions on fitting. Thankfully we figured it out. Get a bit of noise. Yeah, she's running good. She wait. Put that in the video. Yeah, I don't know what a junction is. But this is only half the story. We do have to get a remap. So hopefully when the guys up at Empire get hold of her, they can tune her in and put to good use all that new fresh air that she's going to be sucking in. And yeah, follow along for part 2 of the remap. Don't forget to hit me a like, and also a little subscribe might be nice.